So Monster Hunter Wilds, right? Monster Hunter Wilds is an amazing game. And to be honest with you, I've been playing the demo for a while, about 10 hours or so, and thousands of people are jumping into the demo to hunt the four new monsters like Raidao and the frog. I'm forgetting the name right off the top of my head, I don't know why. And really kind of just digging deep into the new mechanics. This game really feels like Monster Hunter World's successor. I don't really know how to describe it. And I do mean that like sincerely after between console and PC having put easily over 1,000 hours in Monster Hunter World. And I've almost clocked in about 10 hours so far into the beta. And I've noticed a few things that make me really, really excited about the future of this game and its inevitable release. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit and see if anybody kind of shared my opinions or, kind of talk about it in detail in the comments perhaps. And some of the things I wanted to cover, well, for one, the game feels great to play. The hitboxes are very, very good. And I don't know whether or not it's a hot take or not right now, but I decently like the UI for this game quite a bit. And I often find that with the hitboxes specifically, like in World, there's some attacks, it's like, oh, why did I get hit by those? But in other situations, it's like, okay, I definitely should have been hit by those. I don't have that real feeling in this beta, though. I feel as though the hitboxes are incredibly fine-tuned, and I'm really enjoying that part of the game. It feels like I can position better without having to worry about being hit by something that I thought I was out of the way for, and it's awesome. And after playing the beta for several hours, I gotta say, Raidao is probably the perfect example of this, right? With some of his moves, you feel as though, like, with your knowledge of previous games, it's like, oh, I should have easily gotten hit there, or, oh, why didn't I get hit? And that's just not the case, because the hitboxes are so fine-tuned. Like, with the biggest example that I can give is Raidao's little tail slam that he does. Back in World, the monster that kind of comes to my mind when I think of kind of goofy tail hitboxes is Barioth, for example. If you were to get hit by the tail attack of Barioth, you're gonna get hit by it if you're nearby because the hitbox for it is insanely big. And even if it's like, hey, I'm at the base of the tail where the hitbox shouldn't be, it's like, no, you're still gonna get hit anyway. And I've noticed that in this beta, after hunting Raidao like probably maybe 5-6 times, the hitboxes are really fine-tuned because I'm sitting at the base of the tail during like the tail slams and stuff, and it's crazy. And it's very, very interesting that the hitboxes are this way, and I think it's kind of just a good point to be for Capcom. They finally narrowed it down. I feel like the game's gonna feel insanely good when we get there. With the map and the UI, it makes everything really pretty clear on things that you're trying to accomplish, and I really do enjoy that a lot. It feels as though being able to kind of mark your quests and being able to see everything from the map perspective on, like, if you're in an expedition, if monsters are gonna give more rewards for hunting them in the little world area. It feels really good to be able to go out and hunt, and the Secret being able to kind of pathfind its way to the creature. I don't get Ancient Forested anymore, even though the Wildlands is a little complicated to navigate at times. I don't feel that same way with this game, and that's probably because a little bit of the pathfinding for the Secret, which is your primary mode of transportation, which I do really like that, by the way, being able to ride around. It was probably my favorite thing from Rise, being able to ride around, being able to sharpen on the go and heal on the go if you need to get out of an area for safety. It's great. And one of the two big things that really differentiated World and Rise for me was how punchy it felt. And kind of just how realistic the sound design is. And in World, your weapon attacks feel like they're having an impact, just because of the way that the sound design is. I kind of had that problem in Rise, where I never really felt as though I was really doing anything, per se, because it didn't feel like the weapons were really doing their worth and being really, really punchy. But that's just because Rise's sound design is significantly different than Worlds is. Because it's more arcadey, right? It's more like for you and Ultimate. But, you know, I think it's just something that I really, really enjoy. I don't know why, but, you know, being able to hear my weapon make contact in this game feels a lot better than, like, Rise, for example. And being able to kind of see the results of my efforts is insanely satisfying. And everything just feels meaty. Like, Sword and Shield, dual blades, even the light weapons feel like they're having a significantly bigger punch to them. And I just really, really like that about that. And the other thing that I really wanted to talk about was focus mode, for example. The new kind of big mechanic for Monster Hunter Wilds, being able to wound creatures and make attacks and give yourself a good opportunity to do more damage. It just feels really, really good, and studying the monsters feels a lot more rewarding. Because I think I didn't really notice it too much with Shadowcabra and I think it's Dugamasha, I think. But hunting Raidal, the more you kind of utilize focus mode, the more you can see like gaps in the moveset where the game allows you to counterattack and stop the move if you hit a focus mode strike, if you're looking for more opportunities. And from like previous games where it's like, hey, these monsters are super duper aggressive, you're not going to get a good opportunity to attack, you're just going to have to squeeze in attacks where you can. That doesn't feel like it's the case because of the focus mode strikes, because the game is rewarding you for already doing damage. But then, after the fact, if you're using focus mode while watching a monster's moveset, you can see that focus points will appear mid-combo that you can use to interrupt a chain of attacks. Like for Raidal, for example, when he's firing off his little electric beams, right? After he's done doing that, his face opens up, and those are 4 weak points that you can latch onto and then start doing more damage. It's great. It feels incredible. And you can see it. You'll be seeing it now with the little background footage I have in the back, but just finding those little windows of opportunity with the focus system to just do a lot more damage feels insanely rewarding. Being able to latch onto the monster, stagger it, and knock it down, and go into a full combo after that because you're analyzing the monster that you're fighting. It just feels insanely rewarding. Kind of similar how, like, World, where once you fight a monster a few times, you start to get its moveset, you know the ins and outs, but this game you just really can crush it after a while. And it feels insanely rewarding. And those are just some of the other things that I've really noticed about this game so far in the beta. And along with all the new weapon movesets and everything too, I've been using a lot of sword, bow, and gun lance as well, and those feel insanely satisfying. And if you're waiting like me, the release can't come soon enough. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it. If you subscribed, that'd mean a lot. Other than that, just enjoy the rest of this little hunt here for Raidal, and thank you. I appreciate your time.
is a rare research opportunity. Can't let it go to waste.